Abusuafo yema okwaba famra ye dwumade ni part 2 me ka kire say ye de ni kire Professor Joshua Alabi akache na ye ne di nkomo na Professor Joshua Alabi wo mo no march afi apema hankro ne aduonum enwotwe march ne de di kan wo ye adwuma be vice chancellor University of Professional Studies won Kran UPSC wo no ne di kan be vice chancellor na vice chancellor di kan our University UPSC 2012 to 2016 emu ho obe rector ewo UPSC wa 2009 to 2012 Professor Joshua Alabi rector from 2005 to 2008 we a politician say unimu a we member of parliament pay ewo Krowo constituency 1997 afia pe mahankro ne ebiokono enson kosi enfempemmienu ene baako ena na woye Greater Accra Regional Minister afia pema hankro ne ediokron enson to 2001 na just say Northern Region so wo mo ema ene ehwe ho sabre no ebusia Professor abeka yensa ene NDC campaign His Excellency the President former President John Dramani Mahama edano wono ena woda campaign no ano ya wo mo ebo franka na etu franka campaign ehwe kwan se Ghana for won bedom wo 7 December no matumi ato aba e dia mo na 7 January 2025 wo ma beto adwuma na wo mo yeso ono campaign so be flag bearer pen ene mu ho ankoye yi na afei wo be ye titreni ya wo da campaign na no nei okura mu dendenden ye bebisa nsonsono a ewo mu sabre ne nei campaign no nsonsono bi aba kane na na do dankwa kufuado ende Dr. Mahama Baumia and a two franca Ediama MPP, whether you like it or not. Almost say it's going to be from the north. Who would it be? Professor Kwaba.
Say the Biaboko.
And no, but also
Yamiado, Biaboko.
Dan way by near Edian, and it's not yet been come about campaign.
Say the power.
Come up, breakfast, pa.
May invite you.
Say balance, Bibia will
come.
Yeah, that's a pa. The Edica maybe say, can campaign amoye any nay campaign amoye and soon be them
first me chia VS ni business no me some time ago na me na me Prof Samuel's campaign manager, right, and I'm sabe here is John Mahama campaign manager. And as I say, so me no campaign manager. This is the third time me manage
NDC
flag bearers campaign. And at every stage, difference. Every stage, difference. It has to do with the issues are at stake.
Yeah.
Issues are at stake, and then they define way so now we structure campaign. Apart from that, we also different personalities. So, of course, with different personalities and different issues at stake there. And yes, we have some standardized campaign. Yes, some adapted campaign to suit into the personality of the person and then the issues of the day. And certainly, difference.
I had this time. And I
for
was
me,
part of them.
Because my coming through, this is the third time, we were clear view of what I want. And this time around, per se, my views, any actions, and reflecting seriously in the management of the campaign more than previously. Yes.
Let's say it's a bit different kakra from the previous ones that why and
yes,
that's what
a
we're
very
doing
different
now.
kakra. A very different kakra.
And Chambako launch manifesto that will be this weekend. And Brennan so there, but University Winneba and mobile no. And they are mobile pro. Malanchi Youth Manifesto. People were wondering, say, now manifesto they didn't say manifesto bako.
Yes.
Did the kind of my emergency lanchi mebunudie and some lanchi main campaign manifesto. What got into that? Then I my emergency mobile year no answer.
First, when we say this battle of this election, we are focusing on the youth, especially areas of unemployment. and a larger percentage of youth no unemployed. Now youth no na majority so ye krom ha. Enti say ubeye manifesto be say a lot of attention ye focus ma the youth no. Maybe manifesto launching for the youth manifesto no. It is out of the main manifesto. Now you man for who say this is a very serious focus. I be yes other. Enti let's say main manifesto no be launch. Yes, bibia beba. But I did can't catch the people of Ghana say a lot of focus will be on the youth. It's now launching now and what idea you have for the youth and how we partner youth for the development of this country.
Yeah. Would you agree with those who say and they campaign everything is showing that I said we need that?
Oh no, you see. You say would the nipa kopu na ohun say oyakwada e no nkyere say wo undermine no because waka say onu be kono enu so oginudi so say wo fa all your might wo fanko apart from that so Baby do I can say NDC are winning. Now you focus on most statement because to some extent yes, based on their performance, but we won't go there. Say Bibi Yehudia, that's one protector. Okrofo de kanu. Okrofo de obi ade thief. Obeya ni boa. In the same way say wo yiri ana girlfriend na say one show no. One show you obefa. Ni boa. Good. And he say Okrofo can say dia. And he ekoda. Obefa. And in life too, say Bibi Yehudia sometimes no is more difficult in protecting it than even trying to fight for a new one. What the first or class? Say upe say won the first be one. What will go into it, it may be more than what you call it. And yes, because Rebecca say winning. And so you will say it is even going to be a very difficult job to do because you can protect it. And protecting what God has given you, it's not an easy thing. The full force they call.
I'll enter into the protection home command what it takes.
Yeah.
But Ebi say there was a stolen verdict on 2020.
Yes.
You believe in it. Do you believe in that?
I believe in that. I seriously believe in that. And there are places say Zabzuku Tatali and who video the way the MP was declared. Techima, I mean, in the history of our elections, gunshots before you declare an election and all that. And you can see, say, all what was done to suppress, because even from you see, the election is not only stolen the day of the election. The election is even the process. First, it was starting registration. Why will you say the military police be called your strongholds? Because you think they are the border, but there are other borders too. So the whole idea is intimidating one to suppress the registration. That was one. It was a process. Then after suppressing them, anybody perceived to be ever or even the hinterland of this country, they say we fought it. But why should we fight this? Ghanaians, we live everywhere we want. Like the Brong-Afo areas and who on television where the military was suppressing them from going to register because they were perceived, because they always know we are in this before. It was all that. To the extent that even registration process, people died. So when you start from there, and then the day of the elections itself, you send the military there to those areas again to block them and prevent them from voting. Then the day of the election, the counting, you kill people. What else can one say? Say it is a stolen verdict. Then the electoral commission is more than 4, 5, 6 times results our announced in Ghana. Massaging. You know. So you don't even do.
It's an explanation of the buy and you don't take it.
Yeah, you don't even need to do any research to conclude. But from the process to the end, no, it was clear. It was clear. And when the material of we can say, when you say yes, we wait, I say you are just playing to be very ignorant in the ostrich. Playing to be very ignorant ostrich. And I see people like that to say, first class hypocrites. Right? Let's face it. There are systems to do that. For example, we are still fighting something today. About 4 clear days to the exhibition of the register. That's what the loss is. You didn't bring the team 4 clear days today. After Onua 12 o'clock, 12:40 something, now it is a big document. They say you're breaking it down. Now you're factor regions. Now regions factor constituencies. Right? So by the time that you know, about 3 or 4 days out of the main registration days to go. Why should you come out to something like this?
They give reasons. One more mop-up and time mop-up, no.
My sister, my timetable, you are telling me that it includes all necessary critical control points. Right? So, say, year ready now. Then why would you also postpone it for 2, 3 more days? Because you have eaten into some few days, so they might be prepared. But for us, we don't know whether Omudima MPP4 or Omudu I can't tell. But you make us believe that way. Want me a year deadline, no, and there is a reason for the number of days grace, no. And you want me a year, come out of reasons and solution to it.
That's why you moko iPad.
Yeah.
That is why I'm moko iPad.
My sister, it's now that maybe once the while Omoti I say iPad, but it's you call iPad there. Of course, we even not iPad before we even go to iPad. We have come out to tell them that this thing is wrong. Do we want to wait for Omu Frey iPad? Now this to go. We said it early. And that is why I have a problem in my country. Say, we bizarre questions. You bizarre seeing who the echo. But we see it, and I want to believe say, you're very intelligent. Yeah, you better not read through the lines. But when it comes to NDC, it's like questions are raised to prove to us that we are rather than trouble causes. When 8 people are killed, do I look like a trouble causer? No, tell me plain. In my life in this country, the work I've done.
No.
Do I look like a trouble causer? And I'm the campaign manager of the elections. So my persona and character is going to trickle down to my people. Do I look like one? No. In all my life, my year Juma was Ghana for over 35 years. Right? And within these 35 years, 4 years spent me a political appointment. The rest in the classroom. No. But of course, I tell my other colleagues in academia, say, if you say you sit down and who politics are, then when anybody is voted for you, accept it. So as somebody who believes that my boy Juma Ghana, I have more some experience. I also bring mine to the disposal of the people. Right? So when we meet this sort of injustice and all this is in the system, I get shocked.
So you believe now EC currently Jane Mensa and then Bosman Asari and others are
they have to convince me, say they have to convince me. And I'm not sure Minkwana is all
so far with the registration, with the mop-up, any idea, they've not yet convinced you, say they are going to do a good job.
You see, registration, let me say we go around. We go around almost all the sections in Accra. Those problems I buy or registration areas, I will not say Bebedo or Muhu. I will not say that. And one or two problems they can say, benefit of the doubt. You see, there are problems about what I can say, we not be beer is beyond the person's control or one or two things. But say, who be to say, we, when himself, Manus say, won't me yet call them and tell them, and then tell them that because of this is our solution to it. We're on the same page.
Right. manifesto time.
Manifesto.
How different would this be from the previous one? More call listening to.
You see, manifesto drawing, it's supposed to solve the problems of the day and also project into the future. So maybe the problems of the previous last 4 years, there might be a little bit different between that one and the idea. And before a manifesto, you call listening to. And you call listening to me certain things. I say in Fanka 2020 manifesto. And so there will be a slight difference, but some of the things I wore 2020 manifesto will be finding its way into.
I believe so. Manifesto.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. They say His Excellency.
But Omo campaign, I mean, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the campaign he said a lot of things, and one of them a 24-hour economy, and I'm sure he's going to find itself in the manifesto. Ebiaka said it was as if it really wasn't part of it. Now, Onua or and is that the case?
I think the 24-hour manifesto, it was even in the 2020 manifesto. It was there. And looking at the seriousness of the unemployment problem, I won't say it must be given a serious focus. Because the problems of unemployment 4 years ago is a little bit different from now. Today. And now it's becoming too serious. And more so with the problems are within the African region as to unemployment and its relationship with the youth, what do you call it, problems. Nigeria so are starting. So you see that the youth are now not taking anything for granted, and they want things to be done quickly. So maybe the way you're marketing the 24-hour economy in the 2020, we need to do it better this time so that it comes out clearly. But it was in the yes, I was sorry, 24-hour economy. No. It has been carefully thought of and some okay.
It say it can't be a policy.
You see,
it's only an enabler environment in the 24-hour economy, so it's not.
Let's assume say you're right. But when you are creating a new environment, you have to give motivation. What is it that will motivate TV3? Say Ana Onua, say on year 24-hour economy now, one job, 3 people, 3 shifts. No, what will motivate them? It has to do with certain, it has to do with some incentives. So, so mostly a policy, that's the English language and the semantics of people. More call Harvard or more call Oxford, but the main thing is that there must be some incentive motivation for Onua practicing this 24-hour economy. And that one, they may come out of it clearly so that Ube will say there's something in it for you to push you to go into it.
Do you think, say, Ghana for you from so in voting for NPP 2016?
You say Ghana for you what info so what is from so?
Like they made a mistake.
Okay. I must say, sir, as to whether they voted for the NPP is a debatable issue.
In 2016?
2016 is a debatable issue. But of course, like Democrats, we needed to move on in life. But you see, Pastor B can say there are 3 groups of human beings that say what's wrong. Meeting the sermon, or say Holy Spirit no bad, we know 3 and all preach here. And as an academic analyzing Adeoka, I think I also agree with him. Or say 1 wicked people who are so or bet me a dear men who dear see opera or bet me as a agum wa mi o wa tu nusoпрос na kun who dear cry wa ton wo kodino last being video bi na aponchi mienu ya ma oduane baku jai wa muda baku jai ni dear no na okodi we dear no wan dia awie na we person no nku na onnoki ni duane no otoku ye ansa no ba no it's a wicked good. What I say?
Yeah.
So there are 3 groups of people. 1 is the wicked people, and a wicked government. A government say, we are declared to say we are winning election. We are forming government. Now see, obia onudwi say one voter man no enye so ondidi. He's a very wicked person. Very, very wicked person, because who we near, you are a father for is the nation. So that is the first group of people. The second group of people are selfish people, according to the pastor. Selfish people. Selfish people no, about me are for me government. Oh, now no Jumania say on looting lands and everything in the country, on the whole state money. Onua otia asasem ontimi ndi enti ese ne baba di na ne baba be di na wo mini wo ba no yen omo na omo salutu won. Very, very selfish. But the question sometimes beside this selfish people say, will you be alive to see what your children will do with the money? Sometimes so your barima, a lady will go and marry and there will be problem no much you have. Or go marry second lady that time but what you have. So the best thing in life say about me and my children is your education and train them well, not the wealth. Oh, maybe one mommy, 2 children. If you be sour, this is what I tell them in my life. By grace of God, you will die until you are waiting at them. But what will take you there is the school I sent you to, because that's what my father did for me. Oh, not millions and millions that I can't spend in my lifetime. Now, me frame na say me kwa, now. Nim sana menya sika no na we na mo friki wo ka sika mi ya mi no wo de wo din basasa. It will pain my soul in my grief. So fight for yours. But the basic things of life as a father, good name that can open doors for them and good education. I will say it. So those selfish people know sometimes I get this thing worried for them and their children. And in most cases, children really be because the money must be. The problem is how to spend the money. It's not how to get it.
It sounds like kind of Japanese book.
No, Japanese grabbing kind. I'm talking like a so.
And the third one.
And the third one are the innocent people. Or see, innocent people. Now, the innocent man. And they were used in the 2016 election. That's why I will highlight more the innocent people. You know, and if you are not able to get them to know the right Onua, what they will do can cause a whole mess to all of us. A whole mess. And that is the situation in which we are. You know, how can somebody believe that Obi Winia, Obama one child, white chocolate every day? And for that matter, we have to vote for such a person. The person is innocent. How can somebody believe that, what do you call it, one village, one dam, the whole country? And the innocent man believed. He said, how can somebody believe that one constituency, $1 million every year? So by now, my constituency in Kruonu is saying $8 million. How can somebody believe in that they can do that? And for that matter, they are innocent. So now that Onua say these things are just thrown out there to get your votes and leave you, right? Maybe some of them will be shifting from the innocent to really seeing the light. And when you say, right, they will determine the fate of this country. Wicked people know you may not be able to change them. Selfish people know you may not be able to change them. But to some extent, you can have the capability of changing the innocent person. And it is moving. So that's why Ukoa, your community engagement, it turns into rallies. People are coming, they were innocent. And now they think they're right.
But these things are seen in manifestos. One village, one dam.
Yeah.
One constituency, $1 million.
Yeah.
Idea. In fact, MPP, in communicators, the one who speaks for Dr. Mahama, also manifesto, they've done 80% of their manifesto and the promises they give. And manifestos are promises you give to people you intend them to and that's what you're going to be doing on Sunday.
You see, we see almost 80%. That is another thing thrown out there to get the innocent person.
One district, one
party. This is another thing that Onua threw out to get the innocent man again. So it's our duty now. And that is also a part of the work we are doing.
You don't believe they've done it?
They've not done it. My sister, 1 billion cities, one constituency. One child, one child, who will say, one village, one dam, no, almost starting with some seasonal ponds with fat figures. Seasonal ponds, so you have bopper that dry. Then almost say, no, one will say, yeah, call around the world. I've gone around this country through campaign more than 4 or 5 times. Well, so it's not a matter of
you've not seen
it's not a matter of the slogan, right? Why a slogan ye to numpa of football ye, but now almost see on my 80%. Meaning yanko out, yanko say 1 million CD 1 omanya. That is the question I'll ask you. One child, one egg, uti omo. One child, one chocolate. Wow. So these are just things that even our children. Then you want to tell me, say, my 80% because omu can't. You see, one thing with some politicians, me student politics, me football politics, me academic politics, and I'm in the national politics. So I've weaved through all this, and in all these stages of politics, I was at the top. Sometimes, I respect a lot, people a lot. I show some humility. That is my nature. So sometimes you might make a mistake and think I don't know anything. But it's just the respect I have for you. It's only when you want to touch me, then maybe I have to come out to let you know, hey, stop it there. You know? So I've gone through all this life in politics. And man will say, look, sometimes we tend to just intentionally keep quiet and take it in what somebody says, and then we publish it every day, and it looks like it is the truth. And then the person comes to tell you, I've marked myself. I have given myself 80%. I will expect you, the media, to mark them. Because if I mark them too, you tell me because I'm an opponent. So I expect you, genuinely, mark them. Because, let's say, who are MPP or NDC, let's say it that way. Who call market me? And I don't think that all our brothers and sisters in the media or whatever do, or maybe they are very few. But they've made the thing look like your brothers in the media and they push you. So one child, one chocolate, we say 80%, and then you also drum it. One village, one dam, we say 80%, and you also drum it. Yes, a little bit of scientific reporting. So that if we continue that way, especially my message is to the youth of this country. The way country do kono, it is the youth who dictate the changes in governments or governments. And it is the youth who support us or go against us. The debt that we have today, they are come to pay, not me. Time me, say na me time aso mko. Omo first as it can be an time aso. So they will come and meet it. So the way we protect and overprotect them, we should know that we come and meet it. And maybe omo anya some understanding for us in a way. So omo haye dodo, but they talk omo haye. Their time, they are junior ones, so we never had that patience for them. Because it will be a crash that if you don't take care, whoever is a government as a young man at that time, we will not even have the peace of mind to sleep. So the correction must be now. We have been in opposition for 8 years. Say, hey, Juma, it is not a place to say it is hell. It's a place for, say, ube reorganizing. Ube reorganizing the way you were the other time. And how can you improve it when you come back? God gives you the chance to come back. And I always want a government, our power. Say, obey something positive. Namin can say, yes, why are there no positive? But woman chance I can more than onu.
You're an educationist. What tried they you don't think one of the things they did are positive, they're free SHS?
My sister.
My brother.
My sister.
Yes.
You see?
How would you assess it?
If you want me to assess the solution, it is just a slogan that they came out with and a scam to all of us. And of course, having some people to propagate it every day for them, it becomes a good song for people to listen to, right? Say we go secondary school, we go boarding house.
Yes,
we go boarding house. How can you, time we was school, we did Edwanipa, I drew 10, say we should lead Obimu, now one side to Adwanin. I thought that it should even be a better quality. And that is the free education we are talking about. How can you tell me, say, Uba, you have to school, we call Tamale Science School. During that number of years or no, I know every Tamascan. You call holidays, I call holidays. You buy a bar fresh. Say, I know, who call 4 months, my call that now, and you tell me that it is what you enjoyed. And tell me, are we supposed to improve the lives of people or to bring it down? And if you can answer that question, then I'll ask you, your time, any this time, which one is better? That is the assessment I want you to make. So, you see, we shouldn't behave as if we are campy. And yes, we are wow, we are drumming. So it becomes a song. You think people are paying fees in the free education that they are talking about. Yeah. And headmasters and this thing, we meet them. They meet us. We are going to wherever they think or we are dismissed. Right? Was it happening to, you see, I became the vice chancellor of UPSA, the head of UPSA. I was appointed during President Kufuor's time as an NDC man. And people at the council, governing council, were many MPP people. Onua advertise here. Mr. apply. Kofosu apply. You free interview. You call and after the interview, everything, almost even I'm top here, or my vice chancellor, the head of the institution. You see? As we sit today, people will not apply because they will not even get it, because they know they are not in the party. But for the first time, I braved it and I applied, and I got it as NDC man. So we are not saying everybody who served in the leadership of MPP are bad. But there has been a standard here, Obiswa Seti. At least, in our education sector, in such a way that, look, we can even decide to spoil other sectors, but the critical thinking area, there, we should not touch it. We should not touch it. So,
meaning the NPP, am worsen the educational sector?
They've worsened it. About transfer 4 months now, or balance or Nima, no can say, what do you call it? Uba school, see, Oba small things. Now, Obafia, because of the 4 months, Oba transfer, we call high teacher. 4 times what you should have paid if it was where it was the other time. We see a free education. What is free education? Is it going to the school and eating that gari with water like soup, and then you come home and then your child stays for 4 months, or because the child comes home, you think you have to upgrade with child and you call high teacher, private, at a very expensive distance. What is free about it? Me was Tamale Science School. Yeah, my point, me extra classes. Now me extra classes because my father no a farmer, and he my point no me farm. He called that ho.
Oh, kodo.
Kodo. Now a rice farm or tamale. Me now me tractor so me plow. Harvesting time me track on bag so me harvesting. So yeah, my point me coffee. The next day I'm joining my brothers in the bush. Me call extra classes. So my father was not spending extra money to be paying teachers because he believes quality no here good. But now, almost everybody, apart from those who cannot afford, yes, sir. And you see, it's free education. I got the free education. I got it. Tamale Science School. I'm in uniform. I'm in sandals. I'm in pa. I'm the separate one. Now, hippie quality ones. That was, and I thought our time you be to a different level. Look at what we are doing.
Do you think, as you're saying, so must say, it would have institutions so I mean, country as a couple a Benyan institutions so governance, ya memu in Omo school, as in the quality of education in secondary school, no, Saba for my bit many institutions so that.
You see, what it simply means is that industry, therefore, they have to pump in a lot to train a lot of them. And that's what is happening now. Omuka say there's a disconnect between what the quality of people we come out with and what do you call it, and the requirements of industry. It was there some time ago, but it is worse now. So a lot of the organizations now, we put in a lot of money into training them before they post them to wherever they're supposed to be. So those industries are much more they get somehow what they want. So we want to be officer. My assignment to some of the guys. Then can say when you joined, the way we are no, as against the way we are no, what is the difference? Then tell me.
In the Youth Manifesto, NDC Youth Manifesto, Muslim level 100, academic fee free. Ebiaka, when this came out, I shouldn't say the MPP forces, so you don't believe in free SHS. How then would you then say mobile be free for level 100? Yeah. And that is a scam.
You see? Again, I throw it back to you. Who Ghana say NDC started the pilot project for the progressive free education. Wouldn't? But you see, every two by piano, they say we hear a small pilot, check the problems that may arise after the pilot, polish it, and some why no widespread. That is scientific. So you start here, wouldn't? And they are saying and yet true, but you know it. And you see, the reason why we are not moving forward is that when we suppress what others have done, for others to see it as a yardstick, to also move the bar to another level, then we'll get what we are getting. Right? You know that we started it. And when we started it, one of the things I about say, number one, is saying infrastructure, buildings too, because we want to make it free. I could do space no anywhere. So you know me, and you know that because of that, you started e-blocks no. Let me know, right? So if we're marching towards it with the piloting and now finding solutions that came out of the piloting to now move to, I tell me that almost and then you see, you are not giving the standard for somebody.
You are in a campaign season.
Yes,
and
for somebody.
What is out there.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm answering your question. So when you say that, you are not giving the people of Ghana the good opportunity to know that we move from 1 to 2, and from 1 to 2, we can move to 2 to 6. But if you say we have never moved from 1 to 2, but it is 1 to the one can, instead of moving 2 to 6, it brings 2 to 1.5. Then you say, oh, no, 30 and 2. Do you understand my knowledge?
Yeah, I'm getting.
Yeah. So we should have, and it is worrying in this country. It is worrying that I'll be very glad the day Matthew say the information I get out not too political, but the right information. I be serve as the basis for future development. Obi abawasum, upese which say obi babawasum and you're correct. So that next person on your power on bawasum. Now, see, uba and ubomasum, and yet it is true so bawasum, and yet so that next person on bawasum, also one bomasum. Then we drum that one. So the next person can, instead of we bawasum two or babo one, say one pen and boy. You understand me? And Emma development. So we should shift a little bit to coming out with what really happened and how can the person sitting in the chair do it better. Then if he does it and he moves a step, the person on to know or make my more than where I know. Then that is his fight, is to go beyond what the person has done. Not to come and lie that 1 year until we start here. The country can develop that way. And if this is the way we shall be going in our politics now, I have a problem. There will be a problem for this country. There will be a problem.
So the level 100?
Level 100, no? You see, free tuition, free admission fees, and free academic fees. Right? The understanding here is that Onua go through a system of free, and admission, they can't even find money to process their admissions, and a lot of them, on university. You see your student loan at the end of the but you need to be a student before you can access that one.
Yes.
So I say, okay, no problem. You better create a system where those fees are being better. It's about the year one call university is about 115,000 or something. I don't know. Yeah, here's some calculations. I cost it. I can't give you the right figure. Yeah, cost it.
I think I had 125,000.
Yeah, cost it. So yeah, here calculation. Yeah, cost it. You see, if we're able to pump this into them for them to 1 year admission, then once in the school now, you can now start the process of applying for the student loan. Then it takes off. So
which is going to be completely free.
The student loan?
Yes. No, I mean the level 100.
Yes. Free. Then you are now a student qualified now to apply. You apply and then you get your loan and go. So we've done some calculations and we know around the figure and we know that if we are able to reduce the cost and the waste that we've seen in the system.
Waste, are you people looking at?
What called digging pit. How many millions of dollars need somebody digging pit?
Professor, you know.
You see, that alone must settle a lot of them. Size of even the budget of the presidency. Starting with about 100 something ministers, I say 60. So about half. Right? So you see that
60 includes deputy ministers. Okay.
So there are a lot of cost centers. You call strictly financial discipline. Right? Strictly financial discipline. We can get the money to fund this thing. Then getting to the third and fourth years in this implementation of this one, we are creating a system where the economy itself can expand for us to get more revenue to proceed further. So it is not something say you can calculations and we say it is very, very possible. Almost free education by my calculation. Free exercise, no matter to say a volume. That's what they did. So it started bam problem. But this we are not going to hit any this thing because you're planning year. And that is the importance of opposition. Say, what about government that? One way we here. One things that you could have done better. One what the government today also here. And what you think is waste and what can be done better. What the Ninya can do the one we here no. What would the new thing about say now when you get opportunity by the grace of God, we should call this way. So the other parties no bar also call reflecting. Ajuba winting na yellow sea no. Almost all year we number 18 said no, you can. You see, it's a thinking place for all of us. It's not hell that people must die, shoot people, unless of course you want something, you have something to hide and you think something. We left government 8 years ago. We are here.
Almost 8 years.
8 years, yeah. We are here. If you have anything against us,
So, but you were in opposition during Kufuor's time as well.
Yeah, and then we came.
And I'm mobile.
But dear. And Kufuor say, oh, we move. So now we know you buy one chocolate, you buy one egg. So they are saying that Omo the baby can the iron so. That's what they say. Unfortunately, no scam. But they said it. You know, so you know next time that who opposition. Now say ube ye manifesto. Say ube kasa calculate and say na wakasa. If you say we lose it because of non-performance, then you know. So next time we be here manifesto. We never my year. We should you. Kofono omo who say year is a problem. Then you are helping yourself. So you are helping yourself, helping your government, and helping the country. That's the essence of all.
Ebusiane Professor Joshua Alabi Enedin Komono, ne campaign manager for NDC. Almost in Mountain so that omo listening to, omo ye listening to no we you know. Omo at the team, edit to dra omo ye manifesto. Na afi ene ana memene day omo be call no ma call lunch omo manifesto e wo Winneba. Omo di kan lunch mbebunu de e wo UPSC. E na afi omo de eye the main manifesto no so e de beba. Saturday dumienu. Ye try ho aba, ye koba ye beto aso. Now ye be din komo about Ejapade book. In fact, in the sofo no niema miensa osusu se eso hu nipa na suwe wo nipa bi ho a eso osuro no o kire mu no menti ase ko ba bi miensa baako ena na me bisa say it sounds like a Ejapade book and odi ho nkomo. The other one sounds like Aban government takes all and no madia boso and no mon kwa ye nti ebi nidi, which was the first one. And then the last one was about selfishness. And how I say, be any and to say, oh, any brenti, any person munkuminenti, nipa mi and sasano, and so any obia or no, as old mishe, no, and no watch the makum kakra. You bet yes, me no na kai na onyantre mono baby amadwen wo no ehɔ na ɛwɔ ana koba ebedi Ejapade book ho nkomo ogidi ogitum dan me tie chairman o se bible wo hɔ yi yenim altar ye di bible di nti ade na ye pre se be pe altar ɛwɔ Ejapade book emu ye ba sisi a ye beto so mensa ma wakwaba utie Onua 95.1 FM ye nsempa dwumedie de bra ne Professor Joshua Alabi ene twetwe nkomo pempen dwumedie obehwe Professor Joshua Alabi kwasiada donko abapa onsimeduasan ewo TV so Onua TV. Professor ene campaign manager Emma NDC His Excellency the former president flag bearer for NDC Omo 2024 campaign ono ene dano ya wo hwese campaign no bibia betimi akoye ede ama wo mo na ye kono ye di nkomo na nkomo no efa ensem bi asofo bi kan ya ono gina so ne sofo no ya adwene ba ko kire mienu eka ya nya ntremu no ye. Professor wo gidi se book bi wo monten so a ochihina ka ho asem dano atachia aka ho asem se hurodo dansem you say nonsense. When you say a human being will sit down, write something that he wants to do, evil. Now the name papa no was not say atro. Into on nonsense. Ojidi.
First, as also for assembly, what is that?
There be you.
Unto that.
They all catch me and say, there be one catch.
Okay. Who was sorry?
I sorry, pa. But who ni pa the trimo sume so na ndie no kre. Ai na obi a oye person kunya no so anya de papa. Eno so ye no kre o Bible. No Bible commandments na be e wo dada.
Yes. Osi migidi ana.
What can be? What will be?
Miss Kani true.
What's Kani true?
And Miss Kani true and you see who can be say Bible no ye nim author no.
And they say don't get any so no credit. We know authors of those who wrote
the sections of
the Bible.
But the whole
we Paul and woman, we Timothy woman, we hands, you more Troy inspired by God.
Inspired by God. Just like we can say.
But when they say what
we can say Shakespeare crowd now or you are seeing a crowd. People are doubting whether there was somebody called Shakespeare. But up to now the books are very relevant for personal development. So there are things, you see, Miss Kani true. Initially, I forced myself say, yes, I'm Jindi. And Miss Kani say, okay, let me also make a thorough appraisal of what really has happened in the system. And Michelle said, but it is Bible can say, and it came to pass. And it came to pass. And it came to pass. So, based on what has happened and what is out. We bet me conclude say we be transi, and our committee be transi, and our team be transi, and our planning way based on that. I cannot pinpoint say we natural and now we natural yet, but it came to pass. It came to pass. It came to pass. Now say we see obi natural and cry. Then what the things that have come to pass have come to pass have come to pass. How did they come to pass too? Was it well structured also in somebody's mind unwritten, and now somebody's writing them? So there must be an element of truth in what has happened. And I think that it is sad. It is sad. It is a very wicked document, a very selfish document, counting on the support of innocent people who have to give them their votes. Very, very bad for a country like this.
Would you describe the NPP party or government, today's government, as selfish, wicked, and using innocent people or scamming innocent people?
There are people in the government who are wicked. I can't give names. There are some of them in government who are wicked. I can't give names. And there are some of them who are innocent. So you can have all the three within the party.
In assessing government, me say obo say Kufuor ne ma wakwenya. Ma oye running mate to NPP assessing governance and the people are maybe so in the Fourth Republic. He believes the best ever has been another down to Kufuor.
What do we expect him to say? What do we expect him to say? Say the government that he served under, as energy minister, as education minister, Onyadi. You know, sometimes you pretend to say, when the people talk, we don't know where they are coming from. We don't know the shirt they are wearing. You follow? But in the same way, international organizations have assessed, and that is not this man who is assessing. So sometimes we give them the opportunity. That's always say any organization assesses say here's something bad. We shouldn't throw it away even if we think it's not true. We should even find the source of information. Now you be correct. Now say next time you hear the right thing. But Yankasa Betra, let me tell you a very story. 2000, I was government under Rollins. Now I'm a minister.
Yeah.
One day, it is of blessed memory. Okache me say, NDC, we shall be in government for 40 years. Okache me. Confidently. And I'm catching him say, Ubwa, 40 years. Hey! I would have loved to say, you better not government 40 years. But what is it? Okache say, no, it's not true. It can't be. Because the people who have to assess it. My sister, that was the year you lose the election. Your opposition. You understand me?
That would be 2000, yeah.
Yeah, 2000. So, your international say you're fully a one. It doesn't give us the room to improve. So, you see, when I left 2000 and I came to position, I went back to teach. And it gave me some practical knowledge as to how to handle people and how to respond to people's problems and everything. And that's how come I led to my school. So in UPSC, if you ask the students, they will tell you those days. Omuka SRC election, I hear what they any test come.
Yeah.
No, I called them to my office. You students, your political party in this school is the University of Professional Studies. And whoever wins is to push me to work. But if I have my NDC people who will protect me if I'm not working, you will not get quality. You can ask them. So there are times your program or school, I mean, say a lot of people will come to the school. I make sure that the fiscal development officer or the clean escort washroom hall, every 5 minutes to clean it, because you don't know who will go there. Because the pressure at that place can make the place something else. You follow? I go to the washroom, student washroom, and I call my development officer. He comes, I ask him, can you make yourself fine under such a condition? Because I don't want the students first to tell me, push the people to work. You know? So when you are in a position and you get the opportunity to be in a position again, and you believe in the people that you are serving them, your way of what do you call it, packaging and helping changes because you have learned from it. Even though it was minister and this is vice chancellor, at least still leadership that we have to offer. So when you have people who say the best government, this, oh my God. And you see the people. The surveys that have been done internationally, they said about 80% of Ghanaians are saying the country is moving in the wrong direction. But international organizations. And then you sit and tell us that this is the best president. Left it, then it's you. Then you. But we know people in their party. We are friends there. The fact that we attended school together, we were eating together, and all that things. We have classmates there. They know things are not going very well there. Why he's a minister? And now I ran him it. What do you expect him to say? So he should not be used as a yardstick.
But would you be able to assess it? When you put all five together?
Or assess what?
What he did, saying that Nanado is the best. Do you think, would you be able to tell who you think did well?
Nanado couldn't have been better than Kwame Nkrumah, my sister. You know, when we say, Akurano, Asem Okaeno, Ebiana Wanum Kakra. You understand? Nanado cannot be better than Kwame Nkrumah. Abba. Why? So you can still say, some hatred. Nkrumah. When you leave the shores of Ghana and you mention Ghana everywhere in the world, Nkrumah is the name that they call. Then you sit here. From your constituency, wherever you are. And then boom, you just give it that way. And you think we should salute you. But you see, when you address innocent people, ignorant people sometimes, these are the consequences of what we have. So I've given you only one, and that one happened to be the first president of the Republic of Ghana. If I'm to continue, you see Nanado, or very flat. I'm shocked myself because I was with Nanado in Parliament. We were in Parliament, and there was some friendship. There was some friendship. No Parliament, they all you cultivate yourselves. There was some friendship. And the way we're fighting, say, obey the president, Onua, you know. I personally was expecting to say he will leave the country from where it was to another level. For someone to say, I'll do better and move on.
How different would, if Ghana fought to Obama NDC, manage Ghana's economy?
You know, like I said from the beginning, opposition is not punishment. Opposition is just the people telling you that go back and reflect on what you did and see where you went wrong. Assess what your opponents are also doing in government. Come out and do something better for us. So this is another learning process in life. And if you are fair to yourself, you tell yourself that, yes, it is good to be there. Now, we have learned a lot of things. We have assessed ourselves. And we see that, no, there are a lot of areas we have to tackle. The economy must turn. In fact, we're at the growth rate of 8%. You know it. What is it now? Exchange rate at our 4 cedis to $1. Where is it now? You know, inflation, all these things. We know. My inflation even moved to about 50-something%. If you are telling me that this man is the best president, how wicked can you be?
It's caused by COVID and Russia-Ukraine war.
Ivory Coast, COVID. Russia and Ukraine war, Ivory Coast near COVID, almost almost hobby. Togo near be. And that is my problem. Maybe by my training, I'm supposed to just hit the nail straight away and tell it, you know. So maybe I go too straight. But does this sound well in our ears? That we have our neighbors who are doing very well, and we alone. COVID. Now Russia, what is the volume of trade between Ghana and even Russia or whatever? And you put everything of your failure, your wickedness, your selfishness on Russia-Ukraine war. It's unfortunate. Sometimes when I sit and I listen to some of this in the tea or radio, so I weep for our country. Because we are not pushing politicians to perform. We are over-pampering politicians as a people. Let's push politicians to perform. Because when they perform, we benefit. We the people. But they do something and then one woman in Stanerigu says they brought her 100,000 something and she shared and they chopped. And that affected the economy. And we are telling them that Russia created war. Oh my God. It's sad.
So how would the NDC manage the economy?
That's why I say financial discipline, prudence. Financial discipline. You know, when I was the Vice Chancellor of UPSA, most of the development projects in UPSA were commercial loans from the bank, not government. So I relied more on students' fees. And I have to pay commercial interest to the banks. So the system was said that no bank na why raise or be sika because who school no almost you know those days standard student almost you so don't give us a loan. But bank baku na brave enough say buy a loan, and that is that time a friend Intercontinental Bank, now Access Bank. So the system was said that students' fees no nyina to akọ omu bank ho. Omu the drawings ni bi baba. Omu be advertise award the contract no based on our specifications. Now omu award appointee contractors no. That's omu appointee omu no track contractors no. But my development officer no will cross check with them whether the figures are right so that we are not cheated, right? It made the students pay fees, so that the fees was not coming to mind. So there was a time, sir, even A4 sheets for me to run the school, I have to go back to bed. About my use carrying so I say, me didn't answer my Juma at Yamuka. So Mumma is so small, baby, nine for 30 shifts. Now, you have international programs for vice chancellors. When you say vice chancellor, I'm talking about. Now, my colleagues know what. Me go. On my friend. And then now we buy with me. Oh, no program you na esikasem. Because my mortgages, the school's money and everything for development. So to pay a plane ticket, and me pay DM. Any hotel, me calculate or me pay uswa. So, financial discipline. I'm not saying programs no not they were important, but I had a choice to go and the pedia no, but a lot of them are called. There was a time my protocol officer said, "Oh, say this one they have to go." They say it's a very important one. I walk out from my office. What do you mean? Only the sweat, I'm sweaty to get things right. So you see, when we treat ourselves this way and treat a country this way, even when you make some small mistake, the people may forgive you because they've seen progress from a stage to a stage. And this is exactly the mentality that we are bringing to governance. We must make sure that the financial discipline Mahama can say, corruption is 4 years will be something that is going to tackle. Whether you are from the previous government or from his government. Corruption, in a way, what do you call it? When you're able to tackle corruption, it benefits the state in terms of financial resources, which can be used for development. So if you're able to tackle that one and put, I won't use the word fear, but put that sort of discipline into your ministers. Then, you know, Rollins, I was a minister under Rollins. This was my house. I was here in 1994. I had a bush, so the roads were on that. They were not there. There was no water here, there was no electricity here. I made fully water, the Baha, 1994. And I made a minister, 1997. My role was on that. Some people pushed me around the area. Say, me my entire road, you know, that development has started to let me show you this. My
hey,
hey, Obako platform so I can now say, hey, they say this man there, he has started his house from the distance to the junction. I'm telling you, and he was capable of doing that. No, man, yet. This road was started the later part of Atamo's time. But you see, in this East Legon around that time, Adokufo's house was here. When he won, within the first 3 months, he tied to his dormouth. When he reached his dormouth, the gate one, and address Ojai, and he said, "Me come here, UPS and I'm ready. Instead of me to use the shortest route, because of the tar road, now So you see a difference. That's the difference.
Yanko into other areas, especially this current elections. Yeah, the Queen. Peace Council, they have won't sign a peace pack. Won't sign it.
Oh, my sister. Last time you said NFS sign it everyone.
Yeah, they're not famous ones.
Now, they must be able to tell us what happened with the 8 people who were killed and what they've done so far on that one, because it's not a matter of just signing papers for what do you call cosmetic something. I thought that the essence of peace is that.
No, it's creative.
No. The Peace Council, we've not been hearing them even talk about it. Do you hear them talk about it? Yakwa also me. Even MPC, you are more sure. You hear report, or more implementing. Then you say peace, justice, bar. Then there will be peace. So with that document, it's just like a showroom. You no tea, you no coffee, you sign now. Without making sure that what you have signed works.
Yes, at least no sign. It binds you to some. You be say.
Then is it going to bind
legal per se?
Is it going to bind the NDC or is it going to bind the two parties?
Parties meaning.
Did it bind them? Oh, as in 8 people who were teaching man. What have you heard about it? The Deputy Speaker of Parliament at that time said they were criminals. I'm gossiping. When I saw his face on television, and people's children, 8 have died because they went to vote and ensure that things happen properly. Then you come on national television and say they were criminals. You have finished. You're a mother, I don't know. But
I am.
Yes. But you have sisters and whatever.
I am, and another. And
the Ghanaian people, that is not how we were brought up. We don't like blood. And when it happens, sometimes even sympathy and this thing, and some respect for the family members. You can't, okay, criminals, because you're in government. No, the mistake some politicians say somewhere, and that is what they are making. They think that who are government are, you can change man to woman. That's what they think. They think when you are in government. But let me tell you something. I was trained in Soviet Union. the then Soviet Union, say Soviet Union. Now we were Moscow for 5 years and we were Ukraine also for 1 year. So I stayed in Ukraine as a student and I stayed in Russia as a student before. Some time ago there was a coup to overthrow Gorbachev. I think you've heard of that one. By the military because of the way the political situation was going. At that time, I've completed and I was doing another course at the University of Strathclyde in Glasgow. So I used to watch the television after my classes. Then I saw some of these things. When they attempted to overthrow Gorbachev, Gorbachev said this is war of nerves. That's what he said, war of nerves. I like that phrase very well. Now, so he was taken to Sochi, a quiet place and that sort of thing. The masses got up and they moved. Now, the military junta, the military no say, crash on. And you could see from the film, the news, the way they were there, thousands, and the tankers, they were moving to go and crash them. When they got to the place and they saw the crowd, no tanker no, or some no bisa, they could eternity. And a soldier near all driving tanker no. He came out from some Holby, almost the stairs of Holby. And then Boris Yeltsin climbed the tanker and shook hands with the guy. And that was what fueled the coup. The power of the people should never be taken for granted. When I was Vice Chancellor, I used to tell my people that they should not do anything to allow students to be in groups talking plenty. Solve their problems so that they only have interest in reading and they're in their classroom. Because when people assemble and they're in groups, it's dangerous. That's where the ideas and what they say come, what we have to do. And so one thing that we have to prevent is to serve people and make sure that you don't see them congregating to discuss problems and possible consequences of the problems. Russia with all the military might, Soviet Union, not even Russia that time, all the military might and that toughness and everything couldn't crush their people. And we have people in this country who think that they can do that and stay in Ghana. So the man platforms and can say, we shall never hand over power. They are cowards. They will be the first to run away. I'm telling you, they are cowards. We better be uncatchable. Uncatchable.
Nanado said he will hand over power to an MPP person. And if I recently, Wabeka said he will hand over power, whoever wins.
I want to believe that he has reflected and changed. But we'll monitor the process. We'll monitor the process.
As a campaign manager, percentage by now for NDC would win in this election?
I'm not going to talk about percentages now. I'm not good at that. But I'm good at telling you that we are winning. And we are winning. And this is going to form the next government. Nobody can stop it. Absolutely nobody. There's not going to be an MPP government come January 7th. No. It is going to be an NDC government. Not because people are saying it or we are working towards it. And it's not because we are complacent, but we are working. And I tell you that even when something belongs to you and you go and sleep, the thief will steal it. You won't sleep. Yenda. Usha minimo. One upa one. Me die. Me die. Mama die. I say rikitia on die. Yenda.
And you believe NDC is winning the elections? What if it doesn't happen that way?
It doesn't happen. I don't see it going the way we are talking about it. I don't know. Because I'm working towards it. And I know. You know, say in your school. Me go try exam say me pass we am say me pass me fail am. And you pass because why preparations. Yes, so the innocent people, no?
I heard the former president saying in his campaign, said, Volta region, which is your stronghold, MPP is making inroads. They've gotten 14%.
So knowing that means we found a solution for it. You see, he's saying it boldly. He's not saying that, hey, our web banks, everything is good. We are telling our people that this is what happened. And knowing it and saying it alone should let you know that we are working towards it.
If I may ask, you say my manifesto launch no Cape Coast number. Initially was Cape Coast.
A big auditorium was Winneba. Big because
you didn't find an auditorium in Cape Coast?
Very, very big one. You see a because central region.
Yes, of course. You said
central region. And Winneba also.
Of course, it's the central region.
And Winneba so Mipehopa.
Assess the MPP manifesto that was done the last Sunday.
Yeah.
UTAB.
I just listen sparingly because at a point, boring because it is like 2016 now. You see, it was a process say before the lunch, intro. We are featuring the children. To come and package it. But they don't know that. The people now, they know them.
He said he's never been president before.
My sister.
Or your mate. He wants to take e-levy off, betting tax off, obey mining development fund, obey emergency.
He must fulfill the one child, one egg. Na yembili say atem okanu bebabu. He must fulfill the one constituency $1 million. Then we say asem okanu bebasu.
That was Nanado's manifesto.
No, but he was saying it. Did you hear Nanado say some of those things? He was saying it. I don't know. Mo shifting Bamian from the program.
I'm not the one shifting. He's the one saying he's going to take it
okay,
off.
so minimum.
He's the one saying he's going to take bet tax off.
Minimum one child, one egg. One child, one egg.
16 regions.
Now, would you want one egg in the airport now? Go see. One child, one egg. One child, one chocolate. That person comes to. There's and I can't prove it. This is a quati.
So, Bema on Tuma Bisanidi.
Destiny did. Say, come we.
I know.
Problem, no. Say, come we. Say, quatrica, say, Bema on Tuma Bisanidi. Wababio. Or do you say Ada? Wababio. Musha you said the eyes of a me pabujo. Woman. You Nambam Ghana, and yet some small air. But wait. Hey, who TV station?
In 3 years, he says he's going to turn the economy around. Okay, it's rebounding. And that in 3 years, they'll come.
But this is a quatrica say of Emma Utuma.
Your final words.
My final words first, I thank you for the time they've had for me. And I hope I'll be able to give them the necessary information for the selection of John Mahama into the Flagstaff House. And assure the general public, a lot of them, Mama Kachira say 2020, voting my so yeah, protect it. I take this opportunity to assure them that they should go and vote again. Here, Jumani say, we will protect their votes, and we will protect their votes. And when we win, they will hand over power peacefully, and we will move to the Flagstaff House and start governance in full swing. We are ready for it. Ghana will be back again. We shall create the Ghana that you want. WRC. Thank you.
Ebusianfo utie Professor Joshua Alabi. Professor Joshua Alabi campaign manager. Emma John Dramani Mahama. He was the campaign manager for John Evans Satamels and then campaign manager for John Mahama and now campaign manager again for John Mahama. Also dynamism nasasa. Enti omo so asese omo su kakra. Enti nema be odidi ye say about way 7th December. Wo be kwa akoto ama NDC na omo beko Flagstaff House. Jubilee House.
Flagstaff House.
Flagstaff House, 7th January 2025. Aha. Any eden komo ni nyina besi. Joshua Alabi professor ene ne twetwe nkomo no. Me did ye say nkomo no. Ayode na niema opese otie ne no na bia watie. Ye de nkomo no besi ya me din de na ya abrefo dan so. Me da wase wa wotie bi na wa obehwe bi e wo pempen so e wo Onua TV. Ya da se ya makra.
Onua 95.1 FM. Yeah, Junimo.